Gregory Peck and Lee Remick stars the unsuspecting parents of a child who may well be the Antichrist in Richard Donner's classic satanic shocker, The Omen, next.
The New York Times calls Y Tu Mamá También shocking, comic, and unforgettable.
You don't know.
IFC Films presents the story of three people on a journey to a place none of them dreamed could exist.
Love somebody.
Golden Globe nominee for Best Foreign Language Film.
Por México, niño. Por México.
Y Tu Mamá También, now playing in select cities.
All parents worry about their children's future. Will they be successful? Will they be happy? But the parents of Damien Thorne have more immediate concerns.
He must die, Mr. Thorne!
Don't miss Richard Donner's diabolical thriller,
6 is the sign of the devil.
about a family who quite literally is about to raise
It's all for you.
a little hell. The Omen, coming up next on AMC. This AMC presentation is sponsored in part by MSN. Visit us at msn.com.
Sign up for MSN. Use it to buy baseball cleats for son. And get tips on hand-eye coordination. Use it to search for child optometrist. And post photos of your son's first big catch. Want a great alternative to AOL? Microsoft Technology makes MSN more useful every day. Call now to sign up.
The Omen, our next movie, is part of a genre of Satan-themed movies that sprang up in the late 60s and early 70s, Rosemary's Baby and The Exorcist among them. Now, they defined a new type of horror film that mixed in religious imagery. Now, The Omen was so popular that it spawned 2 sequels. In fact, The Omen had a whole generation of young filmgoers checking behind their ears for strange birthmarks. Oh, good. Here's The Omen.
We'll be right back, but first an AMC Movie Extra. Although Omen 3 was billed as the last chapter of the Omen trilogy, producers went to the vault one more time after. Can you name the title of the last installment of The Omen? The answer is coming up next on AMC.
The day has ended. Amber blends to twilight blue. The world softens a bit around the edges. You release all the cares of the day, and nothing else in the world matters. Bella Sera Pinot Grigio. It's going to be a beautiful evening. Or as they say in Italian, it's going to be a bella sera.
Starting to feel a little cramped by your present surroundings? RE/MAX can help you find a new home while selling your current one to someone who'll find it absolutely perfect. If you're looking for outstanding results, look for RE/MAX.
They tested the Subaru Forester. They tested the Subaru Legacy. Now the Subaru Impreza. It's official. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has given every Subaru they tested their highest possible rating. So would the world be a safer place if everyone drove an all-wheel drive Subaru? It couldn't hurt. Subaru, that's the beauty of all-wheel drive.
Tough heartburn?
Try Extra Strength Mylanta, the Liquidator.
Want internet service you can really use? MSN has Microsoft technology, so it's more useful and a great alternative to AOL. MSN, more useful every day. Call now to sign up for MSN Internet Access and get $50 back after 3 paid months.
Want to feel fresh all day long? Try FDS. It's so gentle on skin. You can use it every day to feel clean and refreshed. With 5 soft, wonderful fragrances to choose from, you can end each day as clean, confident, and carefree as you started it. FDS. Start fresh, stay fresh.
Anna.
Film is good. Buy 2, get 1 free in specially marked packs of Polaroid film.
Tonight on AMC, our Demon Seeds Festival continues as Sam Neill stars in the 3rd chilling chapter of the Omen series, The Final Conflict. Then, on American Pop, evil genius Vincent Price returns from the dead and Dr. Phibes rises again. And on Monster Madness, psychologist Dana Andrews takes on a cult of devil worshippers in the horror classic, Curse of the Demon. That's all tonight on AMC. Great movies have the stories behind them. In 1991, The Omen returned in the TV movie Omen 4, The Awakening. The tagline read, "They said it was over. They were wrong." Now back to the original Omen here on AMC.
Get this. They actually used dead bodies in filming The Omen. It's true. You remember the scene when the fishbowl crashed to the ground? Well, director Richard Donner didn't want to kill any fish, so he insisted that they use dead fish painted gold for the scene. "I just swirl the bowl around before we shoot it and no one will know the difference," he said. He told the film crew that they could have his money from the film if any of them could tell. He was able to keep his check.
Some women solve problems before they start. Little ones and big ones. Introducing Today from One A Day. Today is the only complete multivitamin made with soy for your heart, plus 5 essential bone-building nutrients. Anticipate problems before they start. A better tomorrow starts with Today. New from One A Day.
After 7 years of trying, he's really here.
Good gifts of love.
I know.
Good gifts to hand me down.
Honey, who's that?
It's Mark, our financial advisor.
You've planned the next 18 years?
Yeah. From college to retirement planning, our financial advisors help clients realize their dreams.
These gifts to
Holden and Lee Grant star as the adoptive parents of a satanic child who's being groomed for power by a diabolical disciple in Damien, Omen 2, next. When the world changes, the movies have to change with it. Meet the radicals who modernized.
Rules are made to be broken.
Revitalized, and could have been institutionalized.
My LSD trip was wonderful.
Beating the system is one thing.
Give us another Easy Rider. Give us another gadget.
Using it to start a revolution on film is another.
A society that probably needed rebellion against.
Turn on, tune in, and drop in on AMC's original documentary, Real Radicals, the 60s Revolution in Film, this Tuesday at 10 p.m. This AMC presentation is sponsored in part by MSN. Visit us at msn.com.
Sign up for MSN. Use it to join carpooling group. And send email. Pick you up at 7. Use it to get instant messages. And buy Rock Ballads, Volume 6. Want a great alternative to AOL? Microsoft technology makes MSN more useful every day. Call now to sign up.
You know, the movie The Omen was such a success that it was really only a matter of time before a sequel was made. Now, in the original movie, Gregory Peck took on the many challenges of being a father to the son of Satan. In Damien, Omen 2, it's William Holden who watches over Satan Jr. Now, when the first Omen was being made, Holden was offered Peck's part, but he refused, and that was a mistake. Not only was The Omen a huge box office hit, but it helped to revitalize Peck's film career. So when Holden was offered the part for the sequel, well, he jumped at the chance. Here's Damien, Omen 2.
We'll be right back, but first an AMC Movie Extra. Lou Ayres' frigid death is one of Omen 2's most chilling scenes. But did you know that 48 years earlier, Lou Ayres was the star of one of film's most famous death scenes? Stay tuned for details here on AMC.
Here at Pears Skating, Tom and Sue are on the ice.
And a crossover step. Very, very nice.
Now, is there tomfoolery coming up?
Yes, yes, there it is, tomfoolery. My, oh my.
Who would know they have arthritis?
Celebrex celebrates the Olympic spirit in all of us. Just one Celebrex can relieve the pain, inflammation, and stiffness of osteoarthritis for 24 hours. Celebrex should not be taken if you've had aspirin-sensitive asthma or allergic reactions to aspirin or other arthritis medicines or certain drugs called sulfonamides. In rare cases, serious stomach problems, such as bleeding, can occur without warning. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems.
And look at the score.
Ask your doctor about Celebrex, official supporter of the 2002 U.S. Olympic team.
I'm going to be late for my own wedding. No worries. My new Subaru Outback's more stable in a turn than a Lexus RX 300. Gets better gas mileage than a Ford Explorer. And like every Subaru, has the added traction of all-wheel drive.
Subaru Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon.
The rugged outdoorsy type. Nice choice.
Now you can get an APR as low as 2.9% on all 2002 Outback models.
Tonight on AMC, our Demon Seeds Festival continues as Sam Neill stars in the third chilling chapter of the Omen series, The Final Conflict. Then, on American Pop, evil genius Vincent Price returns from the dead and Dr. Phibes rises again. And on Monster Madness, psychologist Dana Andrews takes on a cult of devil worshippers in the horror classic, Curse of the Demon. That's all tonight on AMC. Great movies have the stories behind them. 1930's All Quiet on the Western Front featured a powerful anti-war message made unforgettable by Lou Ayres' death in the final scene. Now back to the movie.
Michael Hodges was not only one of the writers of Damien, Omen 2, he was also one of the directors. But he and the film's producer clashed right from the get-go, so Hodges was fired. And Don Taylor was brought in to replace him. Taylor and Holden had starred together 25 years earlier in Stalag 17. Boy, it sure pays to stay in touch.
It's like closing a book that you've just loved reading.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worries on.
12 years in one box? Wow.
Tell me about it. Jim makes it so simple.
That's a good thing in a financial advisor.
Your 401k? We'll just roll it over. You won't miss a beat.
Oh, that's great.
From college to retirement planning, our financial advisors help clients realize their dreams.
On the sunny side of the street.
Tonight on AMC, our Demon Seeds Festival continues as Sam Neill stars in the third chilling chapter of the Omen series, The Final Conflict. Then, on American Pop, evil genius Vincent Price returns from the dead and Dr. Phibes rises again. And on Monster Madness, psychologist Dana Andrews takes on a cult of devil worshippers in the horror classic, Curse of the Demon. That's all tonight on AMC. Great movies have the stories behind them.
friends, great.
I can't sleep with Tommy, but you can.
Hey, with friends like these, who needs a young Brad Pitt?
Bingo.
I do. Don't miss The Favor, this Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern on AMC's Girl Genius Night at the Movies.
Popcorn. It's America's favorite snack food. We consume 68 quarts of it per person per year, much of it sitting in a darkened movie theater.
When movies first opened, there was no popcorn or any concession stand in the theaters themselves.
Vendors set up stands right outside the theater doors.
And theater owners very quickly saw that there were a lot of people buying popcorn outside the theater and bringing it in.
Not to pass up a profit, concession stands rapidly popped up in theater lobbies. By 1945, half of the popcorn sold in America was sold in movie theaters.
Popcorn became so important to sales in theaters that the phrase around the industry was, you found a good location to sell popcorn and you built a theater around it.
Even today, with ticket prices sky high, your local multiplex would not be in business were it not for these little kernels.
Concessions are the one area of income to a theater owner where they do not have to share it with the distributor. So it means that whatever profit they're able to make on each individual sale of candy is actually their money.
And what about the cost of popcorn?
On average, I would say that for the large popcorn, you're talking about 10 cents worth of popcorn that's in that cup, and they're selling it to you for $4. There's always this tug of war between distributors and exhibitors about showtimes, because to a distributor, where they make their money off of the actual films, they want to squeeze in as many showtimes as they possibly can. To the exhibitor, what they want to do is have as long a time between shows as they possibly can so that they can sell more popcorn.
The truth is simple. Popcorn puffs up the profits.
They may come up with new flavors and, maybe genetically altered popcorn, but there's too strong a connection between audiences' perception of the movies and popcorn to ever separate them, and I can't ever see them moving on to something else. Popcorn makes you want to see movies. Movies make you want to eat popcorn.
Don't miss AMC's Behind the Screen every Sunday. The demonic Damien sets his sights on the White House in the third chapter of the Omen series, Omen 3, The Final Conflict, starring Sam Neill. Next.
Sunday is your day, so indulge. Take some time to relax, recharge, and enjoy a sneak peek of We, Women's Entertainment, the new network from AMC. We have your favorite stars and original shows full of possibilities. This Sunday, put your feet up and power down with Laura San Giacomo in Eat Your Heart Out, and let your inner explorer loose with our original series Journeywomen Off the Map. Don't miss this sneak peek of We, Women's Entertainment, Sunday at 2:30 Eastern.
Look behind the screen this week with Oscar-winning director Ron Howard.
Curious about what I was thinking when I was actually directing A Beautiful Mind?
Hello.
If so, check out Behind the Screen on AMC.
This Sunday night at 12:15 Eastern.
New Zealand actor Sam Neill is probably best known for battling dinosaurs in Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park and its popular sequels. But in 1981, when Neill appeared in The Final Conflict, the third installment of The Omen, he was pretty much unknown. But British actor James Mason, who co-stars in the film, thought that Neill was the perfect actor to play the grown-up Satan. In fact, Mason was so sure that when the studio refused to fly Neill to England for a screen test, Mason put up his own money. Turned out to be a good gamble. Not only did Neill get the part, but Mason got reimbursed. Here's The Final Conflict.
We'll be right back, but first an AMC Movie Extra. In 1980, Star Wars director George Lucas set out to create and implement a set of standards for sound quality in theaters. The result was THX. You've seen the logo on screen, but why the name THX? Stay tuned.
A severe weather warning has been issued with widespread
Floods
flooding
are a
expected in
reality.
some areas.
Yet your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover flood damage.
That's why, starting at about $100 a year, buying and keeping National Flood Insurance is essential. Be Flood Alert. For information on how to protect your home and belongings, call for your free National Flood Insurance Guide, 1-888-RAIN-375.
Tonight on AMC, on American Pop, evil genius Vincent Price returns from the dead and Dr. Fives rises again. Then, on Monster Madness, psychologist Dana Andrews takes on a cult of devil worshippers in the horror classic, Curse of the Demon. And Backstory, The Towering Inferno, goes behind the scenes of Irwin Allen's blockbuster disaster movie. That's all tonight on AMC. Great movies and the stories behind them. George Lucas named his new sound technology THX after his first feature film, THX 1138. THX technology premiered with The Return of the Jedi. Now back to the movie.
Although this is called The Final Conflict, apparently it wasn't. A few years later, there was Omen 4, The Awakening, which was made for television and did not star Sam Neill. I have to say this. Although that was called The Awakening, you know, sometimes it's good just to put things to bed.
This presentation was brought to you by the following.
He killed my father, he killed my brother, and both my sisters. Pancreatic cancer killed them all. We don't know how or why they got it, but we knew it, and it was already too late. There still isn't any way to detect it early or to treat it effectively. But we do know the cure, research. Just look how far we've come with other diseases.
This AMC shortcut is being brought to you by the following.
You know who that is? What about the man? That's Walt Disney, the guy who came up with Mickey Mouse. He dreamed up this whole place. He could take an ordinary day, turn it into magic. He was full of fun ideas.
Oh, kind of like you, Grandpa.
Come share the magic at our year-long celebration of Walt Disney's 100th birthday.
We share a dream come true.
Call 1-407-WDisney.
In blockbuster action and science fiction films, special effects produce the movie's most spectacular sequences. Effects can be equally important in comedies.
What have they got me on?
Physical comedies require a constant barrage of special effects gags to help them provoke laughter. The jokes are accomplished with all manner of techniques. The point is to keep them coming. No film better exemplifies this madcap approach than director David Kellogg's Inspector Gadget.
Something that makes things funny, to me, is a surprise, and this person's reaction to that surprise.
In his quest to create surprises, Kellogg used special effects to produce the film's funniest moments.
It's never happened to me before.
For the film's finale, a helicopter rotor unfolds from Gadget's head and sends him soaring. Creating this illusion required digital intervention from the effects team at DreamQuest Images.
Probably one of the ultimate things out of the picture was that he was going to fly.
To make it appear as if Inspector Gadget was really flying over the city, a camera crew first filmed aerial footage from a helicopter. The filmmakers then needed to shoot footage of Matthew Broderick moving in a precise match with the aerial background shots. To accomplish this trick, Hoover's team utilized a motion control camera. This computer-operated instrument can be programmed to move on multiple axes. Before shooting, the DreamQuest team erected a giant green screen backdrop. This background would ultimately be replaced by the aerial footage. Broderick was then called in for his close-up.
In order to get him to fly and give him freedom, we hung him on wires from the ceiling to 2 points on his waist. The motion control camera could reproduce any pan or tilt or rolling of the camera that the helicopter did.
A sophisticated playback system allowed the effects team to place the motion control shots of Broderick over the aerial footage, ensuring a perfect match. The film's messiest moment is shared with Matthew Broderick's co-star, Jolie Fisher.
Call my mom.
To create this goo, the film's physical effects team experimented with a variety of messy foams.
We have a tradition in my department of always grabbing the new effects guys, and they were the guinea pigs.
Chesney's team ultimately produced a goo made of methacellulose, an edible product used to thicken milkshakes. They dyed it blue to contrast with the scene's grassy park setting. To hide the hose carrying the goo, Chesney's team buried it in a trench leading to the actors. And protective tarps were placed over the cameras.
So, okay, let's say there were two guys trying to rob a jewelry store, and you wanted to trip them up.
Let me think. Go Gadget oil slick.
That's not oil, it's toothpaste!
Watch Cinema Secrets, the AMC original series, Friday nights at 10 Eastern. Evil Dr. Vincent Price returns from the dead in a bid for immortality and more tongue-in-cheek horror in Dr. Fives Rises Again. Next. This AMC presentation is sponsored in part by UPS. What can Brown do for you?
Brown says make your life easy. Brown tells me you have all the choices you want. Brown says to me, get your shipments to your customers when they need it, where they need it. Brown says relax. We'll get it done. Brown says, how about some more pie? Brown would say that.
Shipping on your schedule. What could Brown do for you?
Welcome to a sneak peek of American Pop, something new coming soon to AMC.